Seminar number 18, Anatomy of an Abstract. The abstract is the face of the research, and a good abstract is the first step for any further dissemination of the work. There are many benefits to writing and submitting an abstract of your work to a scientific meeting. It allows you to think about your work to date. It allows you to travel to a meeting, and it provides you with feedback from peers, whether your work is presented during a poster session or during a plenary presentation. The information you get back from peers and others will be helpful when you write your manuscript. So let's talk about the elements of a meeting abstract. For folks who attend a meeting where 500 abstracts are presented, the title is the most important way to get your work noticed. Have it reflect your main message, keep it focused, and make it eye-catching. Here's a terrific and provocative title of an abstract presented at a recent toxicology conference by the members of the Toxicon Consortium. Negligible initial salicylate concentrations, are they inconsequential? It reflects the abstract's main message, it is focused, and it is definitely eye-catching. This was definitely a talked about abstract during that meeting. Abstracts do not allow much space for wordiness, so you need to get to the point. In your introduction, make sure you state your objective in one sentence. Keep it simple and make it consistent with your conclusion. The methods is the heart of an abstract, and unfortunately the section many novice investigators neglect. This is what gives the meeting reviewers an opportunity to assess the worthiness of a study. Be succinct, but include key information. Identify study design. If retrospective, highlight key procedures. Define inclusion and exclusion criteria. Define variables precisely, and comment on statistical strategies. In the results section, make sure you include inclusion and exclusion statistics. Don't forget to define the population. Use a consistent format for all of your results, and save space by learning to use a semicolon. This is a terrific form of punctuation which will save you a lot of space, especially for meetings that have very limited requirements when it comes to submitting an abstract. In your conclusion, do not over-speculate. Keep it short. Make sure it reflects your objective. So when you've written your conclusion, go back to your objective and make sure the two are in sync. If they're not in sync, that is a red flag for reviewers. And include a future step if space allows. Now, getting an abstract accepted to a meeting takes practice and a little bit of gamesmanship. In other words, you need to know the rules. Many meetings use an objective scoring system for determining which abstracts make it in and which ones do not. So if you know how something will be scored, that will give you an advantage to include the right information and use the right language in your submission. Included here is an example of some of the scoring guidelines for the annual SAEM scientific meeting. For instance, not stating a hypothesis or objective results in a score of 0 for that category. Crafting an abstract takes more time than most new investigators think. It cannot be done at the last minute, so give yourself plenty of time and do not submit on the deadline date when everyone else is jamming up the server trying to do the same. Remember also, writing an abstract is not creative writing. State the facts. Use acronyms to save space. Also remember to use the semicolon to save even more space. Know the scoring system and do not take rejection personally. Many abstracts rejected from regional or national meetings have gone on to be published as full manuscripts in high-impact journals. In the next seminar, we'll talk about developing a manuscript.